lost your color for a minute, now you black again. Yeah, I'm on a blockchain with it, and my blockchain monkeys full of octane in them. You know the vibe, plus we shredded than a motherfucker. Yeah, we crash monkeys. Yeah, we crash monkeys. It go Planet of the Apes, gorillas in a mess. All these bad rules all over my shit. It go Planet of the...
What is going on, blockchain monkeys? Eagle here, and I want to thank you for coming to my jungle. And first of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I professional in blockchain technology. But there's one thing that I absolutely will do, and let's give you my opinion. So today, we're going to talk about Klever.io. They just have so much coming down the pipeline. And you know what? I haven't done a Klever video in so long, but it is just time. It's actually overdue. Now, before we do that, I'm going to need you to rub your hands together. Rub yours. And slide down Twitter. And so today, we're going to be looking at Klever pools, a new way to be rewarded, okay? Now, during this time, during this bear market, you got to ask yourself, who is actually building? What real products are being made? And this is the perfect time to do your research. And so for those who do not know about Klever, take a quick peek. We have here public blockchain infrastructure for the internet. Crypto made simple. Join the digital revolution today. And so many of you may not know this, but the Klever chain is now live. We're talking about the mainnet. Everything's full go, full blast, and ready to go, okay? Klever Finance is a trusted, permissionless blockchain network for the emerging decentralized economy. Explore our Klever Finance ecosystem. Klever Finance's mission is to create innovative, easy to use, and secure products powered by peer-to-peer and blockchain technologies. And ladies and gentlemen, their wallet is state of the art. We're talking military grade here, okay? 3 million users, 190 plus countries. Are you seeing this? 24/7 support in 30 plus languages. And so coming back over here to Twitter, we have Misha Lederman. He's just a stone cold beast. Ladies and gentlemen, you want knowledge regarding this, the whole blockchain space in general. You want to actually be able to see what real products look like when they're being built. You might want to check out Misha, okay? Now, Klever has the products in place to make an impact on the DeFi scene, but what really sets it apart is the transparency and professionalism of its team. You see, this is where you can get into the meat and potatoes of this whole bear market, because the bear market is where you find the true gems. The bear market is where you find out who's actually working and building actual real projects. You understand what I'm saying? With DeFi now in the bear market territory, these projects are building for the next bull run. Is Klever a part of that? Well, let's slide on down and see. Building from a solid foundation, another DeFi app that's making life simpler for DeFi users is Klever, which aims to tackle two of the most pressing issues in the crypto space today, namely security and user experience. As we see here, Klever is an emerging application that sees itself as a trusted gateway to DeFi, creating a safe and fast experience with simple onboarding for new users who are just getting started in the crypto space. You understand what I'm saying? Making it simple for the common user. So easy, grandma can do it. So I'll leave this article in the description below so you guys can check that out, but it is imperative that you use this time to seek out the true projects. Now, I want to show you a little bit about the pools and the liquidity. Understand what it means, and we're just going to dig into it because right now, I just think that Klever is building something special and magnificent during one of the most beautiful times in history, the bear market. Okay, so first we got to give a huge shout out to Mullah Bastos for writing this article here. Jump into the Klever pool, a new feature to get rewards. If you love rewards, this is for you. Liquidity pools are coming to Klever Exchange, and investing in them can give you nice profits. And excuse me for not mentioning this, but you are in charge of your keys in these protocols. You are the one with the access, not a third party. So now, one of the main superpowers of having your own blockchain is the power of having a liquidity pool. However, for many, the idea of creating a liquidity pool strikes as something awesome, but deep down, they are asking themselves, what on earth do pools have to do with anything crypto? And you see, this is what I love about Klever, how they break things down to you, making it so simple that a baby could understand it, okay? Once again, never fear, this article was made to explain briefly and in the most accessible way some important topics regarding this subject. What is a liquidity pool? Why would any exchange need a liquidity pool? How does it work? And how will Klever implement liquidity pools and how to participate in them? So what is a liquidity pool? She has here, by that name, I wouldn't judge you if you thought it was just a rectangle full of water. But actually, liquidity pools are somewhat pools of money invested by users, in our case, full of cryptocurrency. Those funds are given by investors who wish to collaborate with a crypto's pair, Liquidity, in exchange for rewards. So yes, it is correct to say that this is another form of having passive income. By putting your crypto inside the pool, you are providing liquidity to the exchange, and in return, you'll have your share in the liquidity pool's rewards. And so the next question we have is, why would an exchange need a liquidity pool? You know what I mean? What's its purpose? I truly believe that the best way to understand this concept is also by understanding why it is needed. Once you see the problem, you'll be able to comprehend why people came up with the ideas to try to fix an issue. So let's begin with the concept of liquidity. Liquidity is the availability. Now, a lot of the people in the XRP community should understand this fully, okay? Liquidity is the availability of tokens in a market. In other words, if you have a great deal of money to purchase an asset, but none of it can be traded because there is no one to trade it with, or to provide the asset, you have no liquidity. In a crypto exchange, having no liquidity means a lack of tokens to trade. If you go into an exchange and there's not enough crypto to be traded there, you'll feel the lack of depth to provide the perfect match between the orders. In a clear example, let's say you wish to buy 2 Klever for 50 cents, but on the opposite side, there's only one person selling 1 Klever and for $1.05. Imaginary numbers, okay? You won't have that variety of orders to fulfill yours because there is no liquidity there. Liquidity pools come to fix this issue as it injects more liquidity or more crypto orders inside the pair's order book. So you'll have more options to trade with, and consequently, more offers of crypto at various prices aiming to fulfill more orders. But you can ask now, how come this situation happens? Well, in most cases, this is a situation faced by new exchanges that still don't have a significant amount of traders inside the exchange to provide that liquidity. This is how you start the build. This is how you bring the liquidity in, okay? And then as the exchange grows, you understand, it's not as important to have these liquidity pools, although they probably will still be there. So we want the global crypto community to enjoy the best, safest, and fastest exchange there is, like the Klever exchange. But in the beginning, it is normal to work with liquidity pools once the number of traders is still growing. So how does liquidity pool work? As previously mentioned, liquidity pools are funds given by investors who wish to help with the exchange's liquidity in return for rewards. However, how would it work in a practical way? Liquidity pools are created to work with crypto exchange pairs such as KLV, BTC, and USDT, and so on, okay? So first, investors choose the crypto pair available for the pools in the exchange. Each pool will have a type of reward to be handed once the established deadline arrives. It also has a minimum amount to be invested in it. Some exchanges offer fixed amounts as rewards, and others a variable amount that changes the more funds are invested inside of it. After choosing the pair and putting the amount you wish to invest, you'll be participating in the liquidity pools, and those funds will start to work inside the crypto pair's order book. And now comes the magic. Through the AMM, or automated market makers, that will trade with the funds provided by investors, Klever is able to provide liquidity to the pairs of each liquidity pool. This improves the experience of using our product, and in exchange for the support of our community, Klever pays a reward to users who collaborate to form the liquidity pools. Wait, I won't go any further without explaining this new one. And then we have the beautiful AMM. Automated market makers are computer programs that will do the math of how the prices of the coins are per amount, make an order, and put it in the order book. This way, the order book will have more depth, meaning that it will have more variety of orders at a different prices and amounts, or as we learned, provide liquidity. In other words, AMMs are bots that work through smart contracts and operate with the investors' money that they provide through the liquidity pools. It is also good to point out that the liquidity pairs usually work with a 50-50 ratio of distribution of investors' funds between the tokens. It means that the money you send to the liquidity pools will be calculated in the way that it is proportional to both tokens in the pair. For example, if you invest in a LP of KLV BTC, the funds will be split to provide liquidity equally between those two tokens first. But then, depending on the demands, an imbalance can occur over time, and that's part of the market's natural behavior. So for example, if you invest in an LP of KLV and BTC, the funds will be split to provide liquidity equally between those two tokens first. But then, depending on the demands, an imbalance can occur over time, and that's part of the market's natural behavior. Let's say we start with the same amount of KLV and BTC inside the exchange pair. However, with time, people purchase more KLV than BTC. This will lead to the common law of demand, and KLV will have higher prices. This balance is calculated through the system, so the proportions will always be correct between those cryptos. Now, this is liquidity made simple. Klever.io. Huge shout. So how will liquidity pools work in Klever? So now that you understand a little bit more about LPs, let's see how they work in Klever. This graphic right below shows an idea of how the options of LPs will be displayed on our website. And so we're talking the total yield, date of the beginning and the end of the pool, initial reward. It just keeps on going, ladies and gentlemen. Then you got the bonus reward, and then you got adding liquidity. To add funds to the LP is pretty simple, especially when you already understand what it is and how it works. I mean, so it all comes down to this. Who is building during the bear market? Klever.io. Come on, like, come on, subscribe. And we will all see each other on the moon.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain. Blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. Blockchain.